Hello there, this is Big Benedict. We're playing Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier on hardcore difficulty. You'll notice that these chapters, or missions as they're called, they're all 2 words. And I find that interesting when games or TV shows do that with episodes or with chapters like in this section here. So when it says contact, that is the moment when you could actually start being seen. So I don't think I demo it, but when you're prone on the ground like that, if you double tap left or double tap right, he'll do a little spin on the ground. Now, I believe sometimes when it says you're detected, it'll say detected Big Benedict 1 or whatever my username is. As long as you can get the guy killed quickly enough, it won't say that. It won't say engaged, which means the fight is on and stealth is over. And I like to do these as stealthily as I possibly can. When I did this last year, I really wasn't doing that. For instance, like I would kill 1 or 2 guys in a section like this, but I'm trying to clear all of them. Get it to say clear without anything happening where I set off alarms over here. And another reason I'm playing this game is because I feel that it is the best third-person action / tactical based, like commanding, command kind of game. All these games are really fantastic. Now, I've never been able to quite do this one fully stealthed. There is a couple of guys over here. I'm going to go from left to right, and it's going to be teaching us. Now, you also notice that the camouflage deactivates when you stop moving it. Whenever you have the ability to use it on a mission, to activate it, you simply crouch. And on elite difficulty on the console versions, you could walk around fully in ghost mode, but on this, it kind of kills the whole experience, but it's called hardcore for a reason, I suppose. So, did you see that? I fired a couple of shots and they wisped around that guy's head, but I still put him down fast enough. So, movement while in ghost mode is out of the question. So, to compensate for that, what do? You can't do anything. To be brutally honest, you have to be. Okay, see that? It said detected, but I put him down. If I hadn't put him down any faster, it would say engaged now, but we're still in stealth mode. So that's kind of a barrier that you can get to and still not fail. But the main prescription here for rules on what's going on here is sensors. They don't cover as wide as an area, and they also don't illuminate the enemies. You saw that if you can I talk? Man, I can't talk. I'm so excited to cover this old game. But you saw that they were marked with yellow diamonds. That only lasts for so long now with this difficulty mode. See, it already faded, so at the bare minimum, it gives you an idea of where they are. So when that half circle with the pointer on it is orange, you need to crouch or go in the opposite way where the arrow is pointing. And now this is the point where we're engaged, but it's only, I think, 1 guy left. Who I don't. Oh, it's already secure. So that may have been the last guy. So, I guess the bottom line, what I'm trying to profess, is that the spirit with which this game is founded on, namely doing stealth, that's what I want to take to the table this time. So, okay, sync shots now. They're either participative or commandive. And I know that they're probably not even words that I just said right there, but not actual words. But this is my dictionary on my guide. So you have to be, when you're doing 4, you have to be participating in the sync shot, and whichever one you mark as 4, that's going to be your target. Okay, so now we have to be stealthy, and I think if there's ever 3 guys, you can delegate, because this is a 4-man team. You can have the other 3 guys take out the 3 guys, and you don't have to participate in the shot. When it says 3, hold down. When it says waiting, so you've got to obviously wait, and then when it says ready, hold down the right bumper, and you'll get the command. Now when you come up here, you don't want to shoot the civilians. If you shoot too many civilians on this difficulty mode as well, you'll fail. It goes to an instant fail status. So right here it says 2 guys, and I think I'm going to let my teammates kill them for me. Now, the stationary enemies are give you the least amount of problems, because when you're trying to do sync shots with moving targets, not only are the targets moving, but your teammates have to adjust their position to go get them. So you've got to watch out for that. So that may have been the last guy right there. And up ahead, I do this sequence here. I believe it starts right up here, where they want you. Okay, now we're commanding a sync shot. When you're commanding, you'll have 2 or 3 enemies to dispatch. So you don't have to even aim at the enemies. Just move the camera over where you suspect that the area of influence is around the targets, and you'll get the number icon over them. This game works. It works fantastic. I mean, games need to learn from this kind of a mechanic system here. But I'm doing an optional challenge here. I wanted to see if I could get all these guys killed, and you get a checkpoint in between too. So the only way to do this that I've experienced here is to just rapidly fire on all these guys. There's 3 of them here, and as long as you can get them killed without any engagement happening, then you'll be fine. So it's just, you've got to be very quick about the kills. And this guy here, by the time this happens, wait for Macabre to go down the walk a little ways, and then you can either approach him or do a shot. Ooh, he actually turned around that time. I forgot what he did. But I don't think I'm going to be crafting too many guns. What I want is just to do the experience with the default guns. I don't want any extra advantages. So a truck is going to pass right over here. Macabre is going to talk to these 2 guys over here, and then the guy on the left, who's actually in the middle now, is going to take a left, and you're going to need to kill him. This is actually an easy challenge. I mean, just the variety and the vastness in this game makes me love it to death. I mean, I can't even describe to you my contempt and just my utter hatred towards first-person games. And I was talking to another subscriber earlier, and he was basically saying, that's a tall order when you're ruling out an entire genre of games that you refuse to cover. And the subscriber is one of my friends. But the thing is, I realize that. I know it's hard. It's frustrating because, most of these games are in first person. And a lot of people would argue, well, there's not really much of a difference. To me, there feels like a whole world of difference. And I don't suffer to play those games, because why would I play games that I hate and don't enjoy? The answer's simple. But anyway, now we have access to the magnetic goggles, and you could use these. It puts it into a really unattractive and bland screen to look at, so I'm not going to be using it too much. Take out these 2 sons of bitches right here, and then just follow Macabre. And you're still going to need to kill everybody else, but you're not going to need to do it stealthily. And you'll also get a checkpoint. That's where the crossfade is. So target 1, target 2 is up there. And you could actually go ahead and kill Makaba because we don't need him anymore. He's disposable income at this point. Also, when those people are up on the roofs, they need to be your first priority, because how this logic system works in this game is, in most games like this, is that any ground-based enemies that are downed will be seen by people in higher perches. Excuse me. And you could also see the engines in the trucks and the cars here. You can use those to explode them. And so anyway, I'm just going about this little camp here, and I'm trying to take out people. Got a little warning there, so back off. Body shots count. You don't. Whoa! Can I even fucking talk? Jesus Christ! I wait all day to do these because I try to take care of my own stuff in the day, and then when I try to do these, I want the quality to be good. And I'm not the best speaker. I try to be a good guide maker and a content creator. You know, it's disheartening because I don't even have 3,000 subs yet, and a lot of people would say, well, you know, think about how many people that would be in real life. You probably couldn't even fit that many people in your house. But still, you know, that's only like 1,500 a year, which is, it's just not very much. And, you know, anyway, okay, so we've secured the camp. We've taken out all the soldiers who were controlling the camp. And I'm not complaining about my lack of subscribers. It's just that, you know, like, it is my own fault too for covering games that don't have any demand. Like, there's zero demand for this game. I mean, there might be like 1% demand for it by some, you know, like 10 people in the world who are playing this game right now on hardcore difficulty or elite, maybe 100, and they'll find the guide and maybe subscribe to the channel. But even when I covered The Evil Within, I didn't see a huge increase, a surge of subscribers. Okay, so these two guys here, target them. I got detected, see, but it's okay, because if we shoot this guy quickly enough, we'll be fine, because that's all the people over there. Now what you need to do here is kill as many people as you can, because once the plane takes off, you'll be met with a less amount of resistance here. So this guy patrolling this area here, to shoot him, I think even the leg shot took him out. And then there's a guy smoking in the hangar all the way to the left, and then there's two guys where I'm aiming there, so you can take those guys out. And there's also a guy hanging back, but I don't really want to mess with him right now because he's on the other side. See that guy walking right there? I'm going to leave him alone for the time being and just issue an order. So I really hope that this guy is going to help people. I want you guys to give me your honest feedback. And, you know, if you need help with Elite, this will definitely help you with Elite too. But I'm really envisioning people coming from Elite trying to play this and enjoying it, because you would be like, it's like a smack in the face, like the difference in graphics. The consoles are so shitty. I mean, I think it still runs in 30 frames per second, but so did the consoles, and it's not even really about that. It's about the visual, the stunning beauty that is this game. I mean, it looks a lot, I mean, it looks better than The Last of Us on the PS4. That's how good it looks on my PC. So anyway, we've got at about this point, you want to take everybody out. I'm issuing orders to my teammates to kill those people because I can't reach them in the towers. And your main goal here is just to shoot the plane engine. If you can't see where you need to shoot, I believe you can throw a sensor and or put magnetic view on, but basically it's just like the wing area of the plane. So I've never been able to kill everybody in this area without the plane trying to take off, but it might be scripted so that, you know, if you make a certain amount of progress up here, it just attempts to go, because whoever's behind in the cockpit is paranoid. They want to get out of here. So I only had one guy left, and maybe a dead body was found. No, it just said shoot down the plane. Just arbitrarily shoot down the plane. So it's okay, in the diamond, that's where you need to shoot it. And I was detected somehow, I'm not sure. But I think this guy, I don't think there's any more people. So anyway, the plane's going to take off, but it's going to crash in our, not in our wake, but from where we came. So we're going to return the way we came. And there's also a weapon box over here inside this hangar. So if you want to change, this is a supply cache. And then over here in this area, you can switch out your weapons. You won't need any suppressed weapons anymore, because you can do the entire rest of this chapter, you know, going guns blazing, so to speak. But at about this point, you want to drop down, get behind cover, behind the rocks, and it's a mandatory engagement because they'll see you every time. So just take care of these three guys here, and then we'll be in the sandstorm. Once we get into, like, I really like Chapter 4. I hate Chapter 5. I hate the Silent Talon in the snow, because it's all like this in the snow. So I'm going to be speeding up anything that's not an engagement, anything is going to be sped up, because I remember loathing that chapter from the bottom of my black heart, because it's boring as sin. And anyway, so drop down there. I didn't mean to infer that, or imply, that I'm evil. I was just joking around. So anyway, take this guy out. When they're completely white, they're hittable, and you can hit them through, like, sheer pieces of wood and things like that. But you can't hit them through sandbags. So at this point, you can destroy the engines if you want to. But I'm trying to, like I said, trying to be as stealthy as I can. And I believe, I'm not sure if I stealthed it completely, but you'll notice that your reticle will be wobbling over here. People are going to fall, and then take care of this guy who's searching underneath this truck there, and then just follow the waypoint. I was looking over there because sometimes you'll see that the enemies have flashlights, and you could also see them through these tents here, and they're purple, and I don't think you can hit them. They have to be that white color. They have to be that color to hit them. So it's fine to just go around shooting people with suppressed weapons. You don't have to do sync shots and sync commands to do all these sections, although they are very helpful and the main charm and fun of this game as well. Trying to figure, because every situation is a potential I was going to say combat puzzle, but it's not really. It leads into a combat situation, but I guess it's like an anti-com puzzle. It's just a situational puzzle, which could lead to combat. So I can only see about 3 guys at this point. I'm going to take care of the 2 guys that are closest to me. And if you have any questions about how you, like, what the controls are, or how do you do certain things, just let me know, because I've already played this game. This will be my 3rd time playing it, the campaign, and I don't know everything, but I do know quite enough to competently narrate a guide. I've already done a guide for this game. So there's, let's see, 3 guys here, and some of the I don't know, they sound, combat puzzles sounds pretty good. Like, some of them are very tricky to figure out. So, what am I doing here? Right here, I am trying to see who is targeting whom, and I'm also trying to make sure that I could target an easy guy so that I won't have any problems shooting. Sometimes the enemies will walk out of the sight lines, and your sync command can screw up. It happens. It's one of the imperfections of this game, but it's based on the movements of the enemy, so you can't really complain too much about it. So these two guys are over here. I was going to order I ordered a sync command. Synchronized shot. Watch out for the civilians. And maybe I did do all this section cleared. Looks like there's one more guy in the distance. Okay, yeah, I think I did get the engagement punishment over here. Yeah, there's just too many guys. See all these guys? A couple of guys were unaccounted for. So, how could I have prevented that? I should have maybe waited until a couple of the guys came closer to me, segregated them, and gone after the ones in the distance, maybe even on my own. But you're not penalized for getting into the engagement mode right there. Not at all. Okay, so now there's 2 fights until the end of the chapter. And the final fight, it usually gives me a problem, so hopefully we can get you guys through this so that it doesn't give you a problem as well. Over here, I think there's just 3 enemies, so it's a perfect opportunity to do a synchronized shot and issue an easy command over here. There might be 4. There's one guy over there to the right. Did I see him? I may not have seen him. I can see him now, but the person playing, me, probably, yeah, I didn't see him. I did not see that guy over there. That was an easy situation to control. Oh, maybe there's 5 guys, so you can still do stealth if there's 5 guys. You've just got to isolate individuals. If maybe 3 of them will walk over to the left out of the sight of the other 2. That's what you have to do sometimes. So when you jump down here, there's going to be I put a crossfade over here. No, I didn't, did I? But anyway, I'm putting on the magnetic view, and I'm going to destroy this engine right here to get all these guys killed right away. And then there's going to be another tank. These tanks, they have a health integrity, meaning that you can shoot. They'll have an orange bar. If you do a sensor grenade on them, you'll see the orange health integrity bar. But it takes a lot of bullets. And I would say for this tank that I'm aiming at right now, you probably don't want to go for the engine, because by the time it comes to a stop, the enemies are going to be jumping off of it. Except perhaps for the gunner. So other problems that exist over here are teammates falling in combat. So if that happens and they're nearby, pick them up. If not, I would not try to run into harm's way to try to get them. See, a couple of my teammates are down. I'm not sure what that orange target right there is. Maybe I was targeting the truck. I don't know. It's basically just fend off all the enemies until the help arrives. When the camera zooms in like that on the character, you're being bogged down by a suppressive heavy-duty gun. It's a tad annoying, and it feels like you have no control, but that's exactly the feeling that the game wants you to have, so it works in that respect. So at this point, you don't have to fight anymore. You can just hide, and then the friendly choppers will dispense these enemies here. But of course, I had to throw some frag grenades over here. But that's the end of chapter 2. Pretty challenging section, this one here. It took me half an hour easily, as it usually does. And that's it. That's a wrap. I'll see you in the next chapter. We're going to pick up this teammate right here. And as I mentioned, I'll see you in the next chapter. Thank you.